Speaking of craziness, though, just changing the subject quickly. You about Lavia? Lavia out again. They have no idea when he's going to be back. And I read a stat, boy.
New news. I'm surprised. I'm very surprised.
Go ahead, Mo. I think this is
what about the news, bro? What about the news?
Listen to this stat, though. He's played just 14 matches in 20 months and only started 9. But Don still thinks that he's one of the most important Chelsea players, but yet he's out again. Do you? I know that Reece James has been fit for a while now, but do you still look at players like Lavia, potentially Reece James, and think Chelsea really do have to look beyond them because they just
100%
cannot stay fit long enough?
100%. By the way, if Reece James proves us wrong and he's fit for 2 continuous seasons, fair to Chelsea, but the logic states that Reece James will not be fit. Lavia has been here for I haven't seen Lavia complete 9. He has completed 90 minutes. Am I wrong to say that? 90 minutes? Did you just say that right?
Yeah. So yes, he started. He's made 14 appearances, started 9 games, never completed a match. Lavia.
So basically, you cannot rely on him to build the team around him, and he's a player that Chelsea likes to have in the team, and their midfield functions better when he has in the team. So maybe they should look to sell him somewhere, or maybe be a bench player from now on, to be honest. But I like Lavia and everything, but 2 seasons is too much for a player that keeps getting injured, and he needs to be back as soon as possible. And he needs to have a run of games. Not completing 90 minutes, to be honest, is for a top club like Chelsea that have 93 players and you're still missing Lavia, is something that they should look beyond. Maybe he should be sold, to be honest. Maybe Man United should pick him up. Maybe he won't get injured at Man United.
Well, I remember when, you know what's interesting now? Like, you know, he said about hindsight. This is why I do believe in it. Because Liverpool wanted him and were gutted they didn't get him. And I bet now every Liverpool fan is so grateful they didn't drop 50 million. And I remember saying at the time, I don't know if we really should be dropping the money on him. We do have Kobbie Mainoo. Now, I know he's out himself at the moment for a month or so injured. But Kobbie Mainoo gave us an amazing season last year. Scored the winning goal, man of the match in an FA Cup final. I am just, again, so glad we went with Mainoo and didn't go with Lavia. Nothing to do with the ability. It's the availability, man. And I feel sorry for him because there is such a talent in there. But I just feel that, again, how's he ever going to fulfill it if he's never fit? It's crazy, Sam.
Yeah, availability is an ability at the end of the day, whether people like it or not. Availability is very important. That's why it's important to have available footballers. That's why 2 years later, people have had enough of Jota as an example. People are going like, yo, it's time to sell him. You know, there's an injury-prone player at all our clubs that we think, okay, there's a player there, but he's way too injury-prone. And listen, with Lavia, it's very unfortunate. We wish him a speedy recovery and hope he's good. But at the end of the day, if you're always injured like this, you can never showcase those abilities that people talk about.
No,
you know, so
and clubs can never rely on you as well. Coaches cannot build plans because he's a unique player. The coaches cannot build a system or a plan where he's part of it. So they need to work around him. And the problem is they move past that player. Like they assume that he doesn't exist and they start building plans and systems that he doesn't exist in them. And the clubs move on. And being a midfielder is different than being a striker or a defender. As a center back, you can still come back and play. But as a midfielder, if the midfield now is built with Enzo Fernandez, Cole Palmer, and Caicedo, where is Lavia going to fit? He's not going to fit there. They're not going to start him because they build around somebody else.
I hear that. The funniest thing is that Hussam will go to sleep thinking he won this discussion. He will.
Yeah, I did, because your reason can't be because like the Emirates clapped for him. We drew 1-1 with Man City last season at Anfield. Salah came on and Anfield clapped for Salah. I didn't say Salah stole the show because Anfield clapped for him.
But that's different. For me, if for instance, if Man United beat City at the weekend, and then close to the end of the game, he has a shocking inclusion on the bench and Ahmad comes on his fit. Ahmad being back fit for us would make fans even happier than just beating Man City. I think it was still the show. Saka is 7 out of 10 player off form. He's invaluable.
That's total nonsense. Saka's had bad performances. You can't say 7 out of 10. Come on.
Hussam at the start of the show said Arsenal had a 99% win chance, yet predicted Arsenal to lose during his stream yesterday. Smells stinky, mate.
You know, just like Bukayo Saka, I'm a bit rusty with the predictions because we haven't watched Premier League football in 3 weeks. You get me? So just had a bit of rust. I've knocked the rust out.
Con Hussam. This sounds like total and complete hate, is what Wayne Sage
No,
says
I don't hate
here.
Saka at all. I think Saka's better than
He
Foden
likes
and better than
Saka. He
Palmer.
just
Yeah, I'm a massive fan
lacks. He just
hate
lacks
Arsenal.
objectivity.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Why all the hate on Saka, Hussam, is what
Once
Magnum.
again, I'm not
says
hating on
here.
Saka. I rate Saka very highly.
He doesn't hate Saka. He just doesn't know how to think about the situation because Saka's back.
Yeah,
As an
خلاص,
Arsenal
both of you
fan,
wanna be
I'd
emotional.
rather. Oh, as an Arsenal fan, I'd rather Barcola or Semenyo than Deco. Well, Barcola's unattainable because PSG are just not letting him go unless it's stupid. I think you'd have to bid near on 100 million to get Barcola away from Barca. So there's, again, with respect, because I've just seen a comment that's come on the United stand from Beth, who I've got a lot of respect for. And I think she has just said here, we need serious players in the Man United starting 11, and we just don't have time to wait. We have no choice but to wait. I just think we've got no chance. We've got no choice. It's just one of those things. I got no time to wait for this train. Well, what are you going to do? Fucking walk on the track. Like, you're going to have to wait for it. Maybe it's just mindset different. Who's the most overrated player in your club's history?
Oh, that's a great question. That is a great question.
I have a simple answer for you.
Tell me more.
Mine's very simple.
Rated higher. He can be a very, very good player, but he's rated higher than what he actually is. For me, it's Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Zlatan. I knew you were going to say Zlatan.
My one is an obscure one because I think he was so overrated for how good he really was for us. I'm going with Donny van der Beek.
No, but Donny van der Beek is not even rated.
Yeah, but no. I'm talking about by the people that were like literally protesting that managers should be sacked and hung and put into hell for not starting him. That I just think he got so overrated for how good he was. He wasn't good, but people spoke about him like he was this don for us. So yeah, I'm going with Donny van der Beek. Recently,
there's an obvious answer for Man United that obviously Terry didn't say goals.
Okay,
but I think for Liverpool, if I'm gonna go old era, I'm probably gonna say Mascherano. I think Mascherano is very overrated. He was very rash, made way too many mistakes, and he was not a good passer of the football. So I'm going to go Mascherano.
Staffy here goes with Bruno, but Staffy, you should be looking at your own self and putting the word people like Delo in there, who you literally like, oh, he's a Delo, I love you, Delo. Oh, Delo, that's you, Staffy, bruv.
Hey, it's funny because Staffy tries to cook us from the audience, but he gets cooked every time. It's crazy. Ain't Staffy the same guy that rates Xerxes? I swear Xerxes has like 1 goal in 15 games.
Like, listen, Bruno, I get why Bruno being there. Some people do put him far too highly, but yeah, rattled him, bruv. You're gargling, bruv.
Use some mouthwash, mate.
United need. Who did you pick for Liverpool, by the way?
Mascherano.
Yeah, I can see that. Do you know what? I was thinking Liverpool. Do you know who I would put in there? And it's probably going to wind you up. I always thought that Sami Hyypiä was overrated.
No, that doesn't wind me up. I think that's fair.
But it was just by the Liverpool fans I grew up around. They would speak about him like he was John Terry or Rio Ferdinand or Vidic. And I always thought it was a level below that, but it's easier with other people's clubs. Hit the like button, chat. Thank you. Look, I want to thank everybody that has tuned in. Patrick, but I really liked Patrick Berger as a rival. It's something about him. I like the way he played football, to be fair. Hold this time out, Twisted Bubba. It's so... Listen, I want to...